They've been looking
really good. If I told the team today, I'm very encouraged after 2 days. I really like the tempo. I like the energy that we've had at practice. And to be honest with you, as many young guys, we're repping 3 groups. You know, we don't rep 3 groups in the fall, but we're repping 3 groups, trying to give everybody an opportunity to compete. And repping 3 groups on both sides. The tempo has been tremendous the first 2 days. The energy, the enthusiasm, I love all that. And then we've got some hunger out there. You know, there's a hunger that is kind of fresh, and that's the only way I know how to describe it. And you know, a lot of that comes with youth. You know, we're losing a lot of experience and really good players. You know, I got reminded by that today when I got to see all my seniors. You know, last year's seniors rolling around here and going, "Oh my God, well that guy played a lot of snaps, and now he's gone." But you know, there's a hunger and innocence and energy that comes with those young guys. And so I like that, and it creates especially when they're the right kind of guys, you know, and because they're talented. We got a really talented group of young players on this team, not just the true freshmen that just got here, but the redshirt freshmen, some of those sophomores, redshirt sophomores, and so it's been a good couple days. We got a long way to go, but I can tell that they're studying because we're not having to like stop practice. And I mean, you're talking about having 2 quarterbacks that I don't know anything, and we're able to kind of keep the momentum of practice and the tempo of practice going, you know, like we would hope to with some veteran guys. So I'm very encouraged with what I've seen so far. Obviously, you don't play the game in shorts. You know. It's one thing to sack the quarterback in shorts. It's one thing to make the protection in shorts. It's one thing to make the tackle in shorts. When you put the pads on, you know, you kind of take it to another level. Now the physical part comes to play with the mental as well. So that's what we'll start that process on Friday. This is going to be a fun spring.
We got we don't have those guys, but we got next group of guys that they flying around out here. We got a really good energy about us and good enthusiasm and a good focus to us. I like how we're working. Just a couple days into it, you know, nobody's patting anybody. We're tagging out there, but there's a lot to like. We got some good young guys coming up across the board. We'll see here, you know, next couple of weeks, you know, how they continue to progress. But there's some young guys, talent there to be excited about too. But we'll see if they regress or if they keep putting, you know, one in front of the other before we talk about them much.
They're simple words, but can say a lot. Do you feel like that this is rebuild or reload?
I say it's rewrite. You know, every year you have to do that because you gotta start over. You got a bunch coming back, or you don't. Or you finished really well, or you finished poor. Here's the process. You got to start over. You got to earn your way. Just because you're a returning player that maybe played really well doesn't mean that's going to happen again. So you really do. You got to go back to the basics and fine tune and get guys to compete and be tough and physical and understand what we're doing. And you know, you have to really kind of get back to the nuts and bolts of it, you know, every year. So I just see you guys going to rewrite. You know, last year's book's been written. And, you know, that's a group that will never return. And so, you know, these guys got to, you know, create and write their own legacy.
It was a lot more physical than it was yesterday. I think the young guys they weren't really intimidated, but I know how I feel and just overwhelmed, like, first college practice, like, this is crazy. But I think they were getting used to it today. A lot of guys were flying around a lot more. A lot of guys were a lot more confident, too. A lot of our freshman linebackers are really busting their butt, trying to learn defense, trying to learn formation, trying to learn the offense. So they're flying around a lot more today.
But you relish any contact, don't you?
Sir?
You relish any contact, don't you?
I've gotten a lot better than I was in the past. I know not to do it now without any pads on. I ain't trying to get cussed out by Swinney anymore. That happened way too many times.
Talk about what you've seen so far this spring. Obviously, it's just the first few days, but what can you pick up? You know, defense going through a lot of turnover. A lot of guys are looking to you to kind of be that next guy to step up.
I think the main thing with our defense is a lot of guys are just eager, really eager to learn. We do have a lot of young guys on the defense, but they're all just willing to put in that time to get smarter, get faster, get stronger. I think that's going to pay off in the long run.
You personally, how are you approaching this year?
I mean, I approach it every the same. I'm going to go in every year, work my butt off. I think it'll be a little different this year. I feel like I am gaining a little bit of a leadership role. But other than that, like I'm doing I've been preparing this way since I was 12 years old. Man, nothing's changed, honestly.